Hi, I'm Dr. Ramani, and I'm going to talk to you about the signs of schizoid personality. What's interesting about schizoid personality is that it's actually something I haven't seen much in a practice, and there's a reason for that. People with schizoid personality will rarely, if ever, present in therapy, and that's very much in line with what the signs are. So let's talk about the signs, and then we can think about why people with this personality style wouldn't show up in therapy. You can see my series on schizoid personality disorder by going to those links below. Overall, people with schizoid personality have no interest whatsoever in close relationships. No interest. It's not like they feel socially unskilled and they crave these relationships. They simply have no interest. They don't want a partner. They don't want to be oftentimes part of their family. If they do have any interactions with their family, it may be to get something from them, like money or something else that they need to live. But otherwise, there's no sort of reciprocity. There's no real interest in those other people. There's no friends. There's no colleagues. If a person with schizoid personality has a job, they would still not have colleagues. They'd really go in, get their job done, and go home. People with schizoid personalities are only interested in doing things alone. They really only want to do activities that they can do alone, whether that's hobbies, whether that's work. No matter what it is, these are people who will do things alone and have no interest in working collaboratively. So once again, if a person with schizoid personality is in the workplace, if they're made to work collaboratively, they'll still try to work individually within that team. There's no interest in intimacy, no capacity for intimacy either in any way, shape, or form. Not touch, not sex, nothing. So again, it's very, very isolated style from an intimacy perspective. There's no activity that actually gives a person with a schizoid personality, doesn't really get pleasure out of everything. It's almost like a permanent, what we call anhedonia. Anhedonia is an interesting thing because anhedonia really means that a person does not get pleasure out of activities that would usually give them pleasure. For example, anhedonia is a real ringer for something like depression. But in a person with a schizoid personality, that lack of pleasure in any activities has always been there. There was never pleasure that they got from any activity. So there's nothing that they really get that much passion from. They won't say, oh, I love working in my garden or anything like that. There's just really nothing there. Again, no close relationships, very indifferent to other people too. So a person with schizoid personality, even if you tried to sort of get them to open up, but maybe giving them a compliment or telling them they're doing a good job, you would likely get a very sort of flat response from them. There's no level of no engagement there. So in a way, the things that are normally socially reinforcing for people are not reinforcing or rewarding for a person with a schizoid personality. Finally, people with a schizoid personality tend to be very cold, they tend to be very detached, and their emotion is very, very flat. So you won't see raucous laughter, you certainly wouldn't see tears, you won't sort of see any show of emotion in a person who has a schizoid personality. And so there's a very remote sort of a quality to them. Because of all of these signs, you can imagine a person with schizoid personality probably would almost never, ever, ever get into therapy. The only condition under which I could even imagine a person with a schizoid personality getting into therapy is if somebody mandated it as a condition, for example, of employment or getting paid. But they're saying, you're not functioning as part of this work team, so we're going to require you to go to therapy. Because otherwise there would be absolutely no compunction for somebody with a schizoid personality to want to seek that out. Because in many ways, all they'd really want is to maintain a sort of an isolated life, cut off from other people. So I've actually never clinically seen this pattern in an individual, and I don't know that I ever will.
Thanks for watching. Check out the links below for more information on how to access this full series, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch new mental health videos every week. Did you like what you heard in this video? If you want to ask a MedCircle doctor a question directly, you can learn how by visiting the links in the description below.